You ever have one of those days? I mean, you know the kind. You're just bouncing between meetings, your calendar looks like a solid block of color, your inbox is a disaster. And by the end of the day, you finally shut your laptop and you are completely wiped out, but you can't point to a single meaningful thing you actually accomplished. You were busy, but were you effective? Well, today we're diving into a system that's designed to fix that exact problem. So let's just start with a number. 2 hours and 53 minutes. Just let that sink in for a second. What on earth could that represent? It's not the average commute, not how long we're in meetings. Nope, it's something way more shocking than that. That's right. In a full 8-hour workday, the average person is truly, deeply focused on their actual job for less than 3 hours. So what about the other 5 hours? They just vanish, gone, into this haze of social media, news alerts, random chats, and just general distraction. There's this huge canyon between the hours we're putting in and the value we're actually getting out, which, forces us to ask a pretty uncomfortable question. Where does the rest of your day go? Now, this isn't about making anyone feel bad. It's just about being aware, because the constant pings, the endless scrolling, those quick questions from colleagues, they are absolutely relentless. But what if fighting back isn't really about having more willpower? And that right there is the entire idea behind Thibaut Maurice's book, Powerful Focus. The reason we feel so scattered isn't because we're lazy or undisciplined. It's because we're showing up to a battle against distraction without any kind of plan. So let's build that plan. A simple, really elegant 3-step system to take back your day. All right, so where do we start? Step 1 is all about clarity. You gotta define your target. Think of it like this. Your ambition is this high-performance race car. It's got all the power in the world, but if you haven't plugged a destination into the GPS, you're just gonna do donuts in the parking lot, burning fuel and going absolutely nowhere. Powerful focus starts with a crystal clear destination. The book really hammers this point home with a quote from Brian Tracy, because vague goals like get in shape or grow the business, they just get you vague results. It's inevitable. To have real focus, you have to know exactly what you're aiming for, and just as important, why it actually matters to you. But here's where things get a little tricky. A lot of us are out there chasing goals we inherited, not goals we actually chose for ourselves. The promotion your parents would be proud of, the income that would impress your friends, that lifestyle you saw on Instagram. Chasing someone else's definition of success is the fastest way to burn out, because the motivation just isn't real. It's not yours. So Maurice gives us this fantastic little filter. Are your goals love-based or fear-based? See, fear-based goals, they come from a place of scarcity. They're all about getting something, approval, status, security, to prove that you're enough. And they feel heavy, they drain you. But love-based goals, they come from a place of abundance. They're about giving something, your talent, your energy, your creativity. They're about contributing, and they feel light. They energize you. So here it is, the ultimate gut check from the book. Just imagine you were forbidden from telling a single soul about your success. No social media posts, no bragging to friends, zero external validation. What work would you still pour your heart into just for the love of doing it? The answer to that question, yeah, that's your real target. Okay, so once you know your true north, the next step is to clear the path. And I'm not talking about tidying up your desk. I mean taking a machete to the overgrown jungle of commitments and projects and obligations that are blocking your way. It is time for some ruthless elimination. And the book gives us this amazing tool for this called zero-based thinking. It's just one simple cutting question you can apply to pretty much anything in your life. You look at a current project or a commitment and you ask yourself, knowing everything I know now about the time it takes, the stress it causes, the results it actually delivers, would I still agree to start this thing today? The process is almost deceptively simple. Think about that committee you sit on, or that weekly report you write that nobody reads, or that side hustle that honestly feels more like a burden. Ask the question, and if the honest answer is no, you haven't just found another item for your to-do list. You found a major energy leak that needs to be plugged fast. What makes this so powerful is that it totally dismantles one of our most common mental traps, the sunk cost fallacy. You know that nagging little voice in your head that says, but I've already put 6 months into this. Well, zero-based thinking gives you permission to stop honoring past decisions that are holding your future hostage. And let me tell you, the stakes could not be higher, because what are we really talking about here? It's not just about calendar slots. As Mary's puts it, your time is your life, just broken down into minutes and hours. So every time you say yes to some low-value commitment, you are literally stealing a piece of your own life away from the things that truly matter. So now that we've defined our target and we've cleared the path, we can finally move on to step 3, the bullseye. This is where we stop just defending our time from all the distractions and we start playing strategic offense, channeling all that reclaimed focus toward what actually gets results. The guiding law here is the classic 80-20 principle. The idea is that for pretty much any outcome, roughly 80% of your results are going to come from only 20% of your efforts. So your job is not to do more things, it's to relentlessly identify and then pour all your energy into that vital, super productive 20%. There's this brilliant Seth Godin analogy in the book that makes this just unforgettable. You can be the busy woodpecker, right? Tapping a little bit on 1,000 different trees and ending the day exhausted and hungry. Or you can be the effective woodpecker, focusing all your taps on one single tree until you get your reward. Powerful focus is all about choosing the right tree. A really common mistake people make here is confusing strategy with tactics. See, a tactic is just a single action, sending an email, posting on social media. A strategy is the big picture plan that tells you why you're sending that specific email in the first place. Chasing a bunch of random, disconnected tactics, that's just being the woodpecker tapping on 1,000 trees. All of this leads to a really important mental shift. It's time to stop glorifying working hard, which, let's be honest, often just means being busy and available. Instead, you need to focus on doing the hard work. And the hard work, that's the cognitively demanding, strategically important stuff. That 20% that actually moves the needle. It's almost always the thing you're most tempted to put off. And there you have it, the whole system working together in this beautiful, continuous loop. You define an authentic target that actually energizes you. You clear the path by ruthlessly eliminating whatever doesn't serve that target. And then you hit the bullseye by focusing all your effort on the few things that create massive results. Each step just fuels the next one. In the end, this entire system reveals a pretty stunning paradox. We often think of focus as some kind of restriction, right? A cage made of no. But the truth is the exact opposite. It's the ultimate freedom. It's the freedom from that constant anxiety of being busy but not effective. It's the freedom to invest your one precious life into the things that actually set your soul on fire. So I'll leave you with a question inspired by this whole idea. See, the real enemy of great isn't bad. The enemy of great is good. Good is comfortable. Good is safe. But good takes up space. So what one good thing will you eliminate from your life, starting today, to finally make room for something truly great?